like the linebacker being the heart of a defense probably comes from Junior Seau. He
Yeah.
played the game with a lot of passion. He was versatile. He did it all in terms of stopping the run, rushing the passer, and being able to play in coverage. He was just one of those rare all around can be all pro at any of the three linebackers.
Hey, why is it good for Dak, but it's not good for Justin Fields? Dak is a winner.
Cap. That's cap.
Oh my God, bro. No, bro.
I'm a Cowboy fan. I got Cowboy hats in the back. I got Cowboy t-shirts in the back. That's cap. And we not taking that.
Our back, Huddle Buddies. How y'all like that new name? Dak is a winner. Season-wise.
Win.
In his season.
Season-wise.
Yeah.
Season.
Yeah.
And OBJ is back. Watch.
Going deep. Jamar Chase. He's got it. Chase to the end zone. That's a Bengal touchdown.
To Bring the House podcast. I am your host, Marshawn Fairley, along with my co-host and the star, DT. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, my dog. Shouts out to the Bring the House fans. I'm excited about today's show. It's a good time of the year, even though the news about our game is slowing down. We got great news like
Here we have a great lineup for you guys. We're going to go ahead and jump right into it. We're going to go ahead and start off with our Mount Rushmore of linebackers. Now, just to clarify, this is not edge rush linebackers. That means no Lawrence Taylor, no Derek Thomas. Oh, I'm sorry, not Derek Thomas. What's the young man
yeah,
from?
Derek Thomas is one.
Oh yeah,
No Kevin Green.
no Kevin
No
Green.
no DeMarcus Ware.
Mm-mm.
I don't even know if you would put him on that list, but just off ball linebackers, guys
Traditional.
like Ray Lewis, Brian Urlacher, uh, you know, Mike Ditka.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Ditka played tight end. What's
Big
the other?
Buckets.
Big
Buckets.
Bucket. There we go. Guys like that.
Okay.
So
yes.
yeah, just off ball linebacker.
Exactly. So we're going to go ahead and address the other positions later. This is going to be a little serious we have. But we're going to go ahead and do our Mount Rushmore of linebackers, top 5 linebackers in NFL history, according to DT and Marshawn. To go ahead and start off with the Bring the House podcast, Mount Rushmore of linebackers. DT, and this is in no order, but who's your first linebacker on the Mount Rushmore of linebackers?
So I think I'm gonna go in reverse order from bottom to top. But the guys in this top 5, like you said, no order. And it is really your opinion. But
Mm-hmm.
you can rank these 5 guys, and there's even a list of 10 really. But you can rank these top 5 in any order. But I really feel like I got the right order on this.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one, um, I really struggled between Jack Ham and Derek Brooks. But after sitting down and thinking about it for a while, I think I'm gonna put Derek Brooks first on that list, just because of how he was the first. Well, not the first. He was one of the linebackers that really adapted well to the changing of the guard to a more passing league.
Mm-hmm.
And one of his super strengths was his ability to play in coverage and ability to see the field.
Yeah.
You have guys like Bobby Bell, for example, that played with the Chiefs back in the day, that had that same, athleticism to be able to do that, but he didn't necessarily have the like the ability and the forethought to see how the passing game would develop in the NFL. And so a lot of plays that Derek Brooks made, it was like he would be like on the backside, like even in the Super Bowl. There's a Super Bowl play where he's playing the backside linebacker, outside linebacker, and he's scanning the field, and the quarterback hitches and throws a curl route
Mm-hmm.
to the side of the hash, and he comes from all the way to the opposite field, all the way over, and picks the ball off, and that's in the Super Bowl. And so he's just an incredible player. And with all that, versatility, he's also a thumper. So that's what put him in the top 5 for me.
No, I definitely agree with that. Great will linebacker. And for those who don't understand football terms, a will linebacker is a weak side linebacker.
Yeah.
So, with that being said here, if it's a 5-man front and the tight end lines up on the right, the weak side linebacker is going to be on the left. If the tight end lines up on the left, the weak side linebacker is going to be on the right. So he's always on the weak side of the play. And as DT stated in the Super Bowl, he came all the way over to the strong side and got the pick.
Yeah,
So that just proves his athleticism.
big
Also
time.
seen one of the years he had over 150 tackles.
Mm.
Over 150 tackles at weak side linebacker. This is not an inside linebacker. This is not a safety, guys. This is a weak side linebacker. And he was making plays all over the field. So definitely understand that for one of the greatest linebackers of all time. DT, who's the second one on the Mount Rushmore?
So the second one I have up there, I'm gonna go with the great, the legendary, eight-time All-Pro, eight-time Pro Bowler, two-time NFL Defensive Player of the Year, 1969 and 1970, a Pro Football Hall of Famer, class of 1978, Dick Butkus.
Mm.
Dick Butkus invented the linebacker position. Dick Butkus is a personification of physicality for the NFL game and for football in general.
Yeah.
We wouldn't a lot of conventional knowledge about the game
Mm-hmm.
comes from the way Dick Butkus impacted the game. For example, don't go over the middle, don't pass over the middle, stuff like that. Dick Butkus is the reason you don't do that.
Yeah.
And nobody filled gaps like Dick Butkus. He had the size and athleticism package that was comparable to in offensive linemen of his day. So he was able to stud up with offensive linemen with no issues and get them off of them and really wrangle guys down to the ground. And you can't know football without knowing Dick Butkus,
No.
and he's an all-time legend.
No. Definitely agree with that there. And growing up, and me and DT are considered boomers now, to the younger kids, because young kids don't understand about Dick Butkus unless you really study the game. Which shout out to you younglings who are really studying the game. But Dick Butkus is who, and that Bears, Mike Singletary and Dick Butkus, and that Bears defense, if you're a linebacker, you're taught to be like them as a linebacker. So if you're growing up being a linebacker in any defense, you're taught to be like them. You're taught to have that instinct. You're taught to attack blocks. Don't shy away from blocks. You're taught to go after the ball, pursue the ball, not over pursue. So Dick Butkus, I definitely agree with that. He passed away last year, so rest in peace to him, but the personification of linebacker, like DT stated, so I definitely agree with that. DT, who you got at number 3?
Give me the spirit of the linebacker position. This guy, he also passed away tragically, but his time in the NFL and his time here with us was incredible.
Mm-hmm.
He played for the San Diego Chargers from 1990 to 2002. He also played for Miami and won the Super Bowl with New England. He's a 10-time All-Pro, 12-time Pro Bowler, 1992 NFL Defensive Player of the Year, and 1994 AFC Player of the Year, and a Pro Football Hall of Famer class of 2015. That's Junior Seau.
Mm.
What better player for the position than Junior Seau? When you think of the Mount Rushmore, and you think about the violence and being the heart of a defense, you could probably say that the linebacker being the heart of a defense probably comes from Junior Seau.
Yeah.
He played the game with a lot of passion. He was versatile. He did it all in terms of stopping the run, rushing the passer, and being able to play in coverage. He was just one of those rare all-around, can be all-pro at any of the three linebackers. And so I really loved watching him play for the time that he did. He was just exceptional. Him and Sean Marion tearing up defenses while they were in San Diego was something
Yeah.
fun to watch.
Yeah. Rest in peace to him. And I was watching some of his highlights the other day, and it's incredible. It is really incredible watching him play, and then to play for that long as well. The man played for 20 years in the NFL at a linebacker. Remember, this is not Tom Brady at quarterback. This is somebody who literally hits on a daily basis. So the fact that he was able to keep that production that long and with that many teams, from the Chargers to the Patriots to the Dolphins at the end of his career, shout out to that man, Junior Seau. Definitely the spirit of our linebacker, Mount Rushmore. I agree
Yeah.
with that. Number 4, DC. Who you got?
So this is a new generation player,
Mm-hmm.
right? And some people may think that he doesn't have the stature to be on the all-time great list, but I think he's an all-time great. He's a 10-time All-Pro, 13-time Pro Bowler, Super Bowl MVP, two-time NFL Defensive Player of the Year in 2003, Pro Football Hall of Fame class of 2018, and the NFL 100 All-Time Team in 2019. And that's Ray Lewis.
Mm.
Ray Lewis, he ran a 4.74. I was watching out of college. I was watching the Super Bowl last night that he had with the Giants and the Ravens, obviously.
Mm.
And one thing was key is Ray Lewis was all over the field. In the short time I got to watch the game, I only watched maybe the first half. He was running sideline to sideline, making ankle tackles to the running back as he's trying to get outside. He
Mm.
was draped over wide receivers trying to run drag routes to get away from him. And he's deflecting passes, not just making a tackle or chasing the guy down, but deflecting passes. And so none of that seemed to matter in terms of him being considered slow, right? So he was able to again be play at all three levels,
Mm.
rush the passer. He was regularly around Kerry Collins, the quarterback for the Giants in that Super Bowl, and he's just another complete player. And one that you wouldn't think is a complete player. He's just exceptional in the way that he thuds, in the way that he gives you enough in pass coverage,
Mm.
and the way he runs down and chase down guys. So I love Ray Lewis.
No, I like that pick. I like that pick. It may be controversial for a lot, especially of older heads, because you're
Yeah.
missing out on a lot of people, Jack Ham, Bobby Bell, a lot of older generational
Hmm.
players as well. However, you have to realize he not only changed the game of football, he changed
Yeah.
the whole entertainment aspect of football, from his
Hmm.
coming out, hyping up the crowd, his speeches. He changed everything about football, even to the fact that a hit stick in Madden did
Yeah.
not exist until Ray Lewis started putting a hurt on people.
Uh-huh.
Ray Lewis inspired people like Patrick Willis, another thumper. So
Hmm.
to I understand that pick. I actually agree with that pick, and he's in contention to be the spirit of Mount Rushmore as well, as a Mount Rushmore linebackers as well. Him and Junior Seau on the same defense, can't even imagine it. Can't even imagine it. It'll be so incredible. So I definitely agree with that pick. Great pick, DT. 5. Who's the last and final person on the Mount Rushmore linebackers, DT?
Now this one is super controversial.
Mm.
A lot of people have him between 6 and 10 on their list, but I feel like football is one of those sports where nothing matters more than winning. And how could you not put the guy that led the greatest defense of all time and won on that list?
Mm-hmm.
So that guy, he's a top 10 linebacker all time uh, in terms of tackles and statistics. He's a 9-time All Pro, 10-time Pro Bowler, Super Bowl 10 champion, two-time NFL Defensive Player of the Year in 85 and 88, Pro Football Hall of Fame class of 1989. Give me Mike Singletary.
Mm.
Crazy eyes.
Mm.
Mike Singletary, small in stature, considered to the linebacker position, but hellacious on the field.
Yeah.
He made tackles all over the field. He was one of the strongest leaders that our game has seen at the position, and he was just an exceptional player, running sideline to sideline and being willing and able to stick his nose in at his stature. And so I played linebacker to finish my high school career and football career, and one of the guys that I looked up to was Mike Singletary. Just his ability to lead his teammates and just play all over the field. Dude, he was crazy good for his time.
No, I understand. I understand that pick, and I kind of see where the everybody else is coming from when it says 6 to 10.
Yeah.
However, like I said earlier, if you play linebacker as a little leaguer and you got an old school coach, they want you to, especially Mike Singletary, they want you to model your game after Mike Singletary. They don't want you to model your game after Ray Lewis, because even though Ray Lewis made some big hits, Ray Lewis form tackling wasn't the greatest. If you want to look at a form tackler, a person who also lays the boom, a person who attacks those blocks, who goes down a downhill linebacker, in one of the greatest defenses of all time that changed the game, Mike Singletary is your guy.
Yeah.
If my kid was a middle linebacker, I'm patterning his game after Mike Singletary. So, and like you said, small in stature, not even the biggest linebacker. He's up there with Sam Mills in stature and size. So with that being said there, I definitely agree with this pick. This is a great Mount Rushmore we got here. I definitely agree with all these picks. In the comment section, let us know who is on your Mount Rushmore linebackers, who you will replace, who you would add. You know, just let us know who's on that list of Mount Rushmore linebackers. For the young kids, who did you model your game after? For the older gentlemen, who transformed your view of the game? Let us know that. With that being said there, that is BTH, Bring the House Podcast, Mount Rushmore of linebackers.